Hi guys, welcome to the first episode of the Electronic Corner, the podcast that allows us to meet electronic music artists in their studios and discover their secrets. Before I introduce you the guest of the first episode, a bit of shameless self-promotion. I have just released a new album. It's called Depeche Mode. It's 7 tracks, either previously released by Depeche Mode or covered by Martin Gore. If you want to listen to it, the link is in the description of this podcast. Now, no more wasting time. Let's go to meet Asmodi Caligari, the leader of EgoAmp, and much more. Hello, Asmodi. Always very nice to meet you, and I'm glad you're here for the first episode of this podcast about electronic music. I see you have a very nice studio behind you, and of course I want to know a bit more about it later on. But first of all, so how are things going? How's the weather in Germany?
The weather in Germany is very hot. It's 30 degrees at the moment. I'm wearing short trousers and everything, so it's very hot, yeah. And in the studio it's even hotter because of all of the devices here. So it's a bit sweaty here, but I do have something to drink.
Oh, okay. Well, cheers.
How's the weather at your place?
You sound like the one in Italy, and I'm the one in Germany, because here we've been having rain for more than 1 month, and it's around like 18 degrees now. So if we can switch, I would not mind if we could switch location.
No problem.
At the moment.
I can send
No
you some
problem.
sunshine if you like.
Thanks a lot. That would be that would be very nice. Anyway, my first question for you is about the relationship between your music and video activities, let's say, in the sense that your music project EgoAmp is very visual, in the sense that it's closely tied to the world of cinema, and like Asmodi Caligari, which is obviously not your real name, already says a lot about
Right.
that. And your activity as a filmmaker with Delight Film, that's your company, is very musical, in the sense that, for example, you have shot some music videos, including one for me. So can you please tell us something more about this connection and intersection between sound and vision, let's say, in your activities?
Yeah. So you want some history now? Okay, I have to go back back to the future now. Yeah, as a kid, I liked playing outside and going in the woods and everything. But also, I like to watch TV, and especially I watched the old slapstick movies like Laurel and Hardy and Charlie Chaplin and everything with my father. So there was a connection to film. And yeah, he was always walking around with a Super 8 camera and filming and editing there in the 70s, I think, a bit of the 70s. So and later, as I was a teenager, I fell in love in new wave synth pop music like Depeche Mode, Erasure, OMD, Soft Cell, all the bands. And yeah, later, as I was starting doing my own music, I was always thinking that movies and sound and yeah, it all fits together. So if you're watching a movie, you always need music, yeah, to create some atmosphere and everything. So it was always one thing, music and film for me. So I love combining those things, and still love combining those things in my music. And even on stage, we are dressed up like old actors from movies from the 20s, yeah, with the cylinder and makeup and everything. So and sometimes actually act on stage. Oh, it's not me. It's Asmodi Caligari. When I'm on stage, I'm a totally different person when I'm on stage.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this comment ties perfectly with my next question, which is like EgoAmp is a solo project in studio and it turns into a band when you're live. Is that correct? Or do you
You,
have some sort of collaboration in studio as well
yeah,
with other people?
yeah, you're correct. I'm composing the music and texting the lyrics on my own, but there are collaborations with other musicians on the new record. There's a real guitar, for instance, a real violin, and my sister was singing on this record too. So I like it when people are involved in making the record. But when I'm composing, it's very hard for me to do it with other people. So it's very intimate, you know. So I'm sitting in the studio and I'm testing things, and I don't want to. I don't want that other people can hear the rubbish that I'm producing sometimes. Yeah,
I see.
yeah,
Now, actually, where does the name EgoAmp come from?
yeah. It's really a name of an old guitar amp. So my former keyboarder Mario,
Oh,
uh, I think he read some music paper or something with music gear and something, and there was the name EgoAmp, and I thought this is a cool name because when you're making music and when you're acting on stage and the audience like what you do, this is very good for your ego. So maybe the music is an amplifier of your own ego. So it fitted perfectly to the band, I think.
yeah. Well, that makes sense, in fact. Now, what are you
Yeah.
working at the moment? I know you're always very busy, so I'm sure there's something cooking, either
There's
as a
always
musician
something cooking.
or as a video
Yeah,
maker. Okay, so tell us about your next recipe.
yeah. Okay. I take sugar. I take some salt. I take some milk. No. Yeah. I was spending a lot of time working on a new album. At the pandemic time, I had some time to compose new tracks and sing and text lyrics and everything. And yeah, and I'm still working on the tracks. The tracks are now recorded, but we are mixing now at the moment. So our producer Per Anders Kurmbach, yeah, it's got gray hair now because oh no, this track again. So do I have to change it? And yes, you have to. Yeah, yeah, we're working at the tracks at the moment. And additionally, I was working on a Depeche Mode cover song for the next electropop compilation. And I took New Dress from Black Celebration from by Depeche Mode, and I made my own version, and now it's on the compilation. I'm very proud, and I think it sounds nice. But now it's really about mixing the new track and everything, and working, yeah, doing the best I can, and that the album is yeah, is sounding great, and the voices and the vocals sounds great and everything. Yeah.
Do you have a provisional release date already?
No, not really. We plan to yeah, bring it out. Yeah, we plan to bring it out before summertime, but now it's summertime. But I think it's gonna be autumn this year. Yeah, because there's a lot of things to do because we are doing it all on our own because we are making the album cover, we're making promotional videos and everything, so it takes some time. But I think it will be autumn this year, and yeah, if you're curious about the title of the album, just
Yeah, well,
ask me.
I did. I didn't dare to ask because I know it can be a very private thing. But of course, if you're willing to share it with us, yes, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, it's cool that you asked me that. It's a cineast.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. How come?
cineast
Where does
because
it come
I don't know.
from?
I don't know. It's a coincidence. I don't know. I don't know. It really came by accident. I don't know. Yeah, because every track on this album is called like a movie. So you have, I think, 13 tracks, and every track is the name of a movie. So so you have like a lexicon of movie, you know. And I think I am a cineast, so why why shouldn't I call the album like? Yeah.
Mhm. Once again, the
This is the
connection
reason. Yeah,
between EgoAmp
yeah,
and
yeah,
film
yeah,
or cinema. So
yeah.
that is confirmed.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Analog Brain? Are you still doing something, or what happened?
No, no, not at the moment. But my wife tells me everything always. You have to do something with Analog Brain again, and I'm not quite sure. But actually, I composed new tracks for Analog Brain, but I have so much to do with EgoAmp. I don't know if there's something coming out in future, but I still like the old stuff. And I don't know if people would like to hear new songs. I don't know.
Oh, I don't
Maybe
know.
you know more.
Maybe they will comment. They can comment in this
Yeah,
podcast, and they can let us know
yeah.
and let you know, especially said,
Why?
yes, we want more Analog Brain or not. I suspect they
Or
do,
no,
but
leave me alone.
no, 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 they will never
But
be.
there's nothing cooking at the moment. No,
Anyway, so it's a maybe. Let's put it this way. So
it's a maybe. Yeah,
not in the near future, but you never know.
definitely maybe.
Okay, okay. Now I know you have prepared something for us in terms of like, yeah, that is letting us know more about the studio or your recording techniques or whatever. Actually, I don't know about it, so it will be a surprise for me. And yeah, so let's watch it now.
The DAW I'm working with is Cubase 8.5, and one of my favorite tools are Native Instruments Machine. I can open it right now. As you see, there are a lot of things you can do. You have hundreds of kits, drum kits, Abbey Road 70s, Asset Paul kit, etc. You have sounds, synth sounds, keyboard sounds, bass, everything you want. You are able to put some effects on it. You have thousands of samples, and I'm building my beats with Maschine. Yeah, it's pronounced Maschine because it's German. This is Maschine 2. And we also use this one live on stage. You have a controller with pads, and you trigger those sounds, the melodies, and everything. So, but this in this case, I built a drum pattern, and let's have a listen. This track, we have a kit and a snare. And when I switch to another part, you hear drum pattern. Knocker, this is the name of the one. Okay, and now this is the chorus. So when I open the MIDI file, you can see this is what I've programmed here. Kick, hi-hat, snare. In this song, there's a Blade Runner strings, and this is machine 2. So as you see, there are string sounds as well. There are a lot of possibilities here for the sound editing. You can put an effect on it. Let's say distortion for this one. And then I can edit the sound. So this is what I call distortion. Another cool tool is the Retrolog synth. In this case, there's a stabby bass, like this. Yeah, the name of the synth tells everything because it all sounds very analog and retro sounds as well. You have tons of possibilities here. This is like a DX7 Yamaha bell sound. Yeah, of course you can edit the sounds, ADSR and envelope, resonance, cutoff. And of course you can program the edited sounds with read and write. So this is a very nice tool too. Another cool software synth is this one. This is Saurus, and it really looks like an old synth from the 70s. So the sounds are sounding very analog too. Like this one, the first one, I used it a lot. Really sounds like 70s Tangerine Dream. And you have everything here. You have reverb and cutoff, and of course you can program this tool as well. Now even some arpeggiators, and even you have sequences and drums like this. Sounds like Kraftwerk. Yeah, and you can edit everything. Very nice tool. As you see, I very often use analog sounding software synths. I play my melodies with a Akai MPK Mini, and what's nice too about Cubase is that I can change the vocals via Very Audio. It's like auto-tune, and you can edit and shift every single note you sang. So when you're, sometimes you don't hit the perfect note, so you can change it, of course. And this is nice too. Soon I will soothe my... Yeah, you can edit everything here. Soon I will soothe. Like this note here. I think this is better. Soon I will soothe my... Yeah. And this one. Soon I will soothe my... Yeah. This is nice too. Very useful in Cubase. So yeah, these are the main favorite tools I'm using for my music, and yeah, it's really fun working with Cubase and all the editing possibilities and software synths. So yeah, hope you liked it, and now we return to Sergio and me.
Wow, okay. Thank you very much, Asmodi. That was very interesting. Now we have learned much more about your secret in the studio. And maybe there is something I can, just steal as well for my next
Okay.
project and songs. You never know. There's always something to be
No.
learned.
Naughty, naughty.
Yes, yes. Well, that's the reason for this show. I don't really care about
This is
about
the real
the.
reason.
I just
Okay.
want to steal
Now
the
I get the
secrets of the
picture.
people.
Okay.
All right. Well,
So
thank
I
you so
quit now.
much. Thank you so much for being with us today. And
Thanks for having
looking
me.
forward for the new album. And well, take care. Enjoy your hot weather in Germany. Let's see how long it will last. Bring
Thank
some
you.
here. Italy, we need it at the moment.
Yeah, okay. I bring
And,
some sunshine.
okay. Take care.
Yeah, thanks for having me. And ciao, Sergio. Thank you very much.
Ciao.
Tschüss.
That's it for this first episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel just to make sure that you don't miss any future episode. And then like, share, comment. And I'll see you soon for a new episode of The Electronic Corner. Ciao from Sergio.